cut some people. You're going to have to get some different friends. If not, you need to stay in the shop. I'm not here to sell y'all this dream of opening this school and becoming a millionaire and making millions of dollars and buying a mansion and traveling and doing real estate. No, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some work. And if you're not up for the work, YouTube, Facebook, stay in the shop. Stay in the shop. It doesn't take work to be in the shop. Anybody can be in the shop. Anybody. That's why so many people in the shop. And I'm not talking down on the people in the shop because they provide a life. But there's time to go to the next level. The shop is a vehicle. It's time to go pro. It's time to go pro. We need more school owners. More school owners. Raise the bar, y'all. We're going to go to the easy part. After this, the easy part is coming. How to open a school, how to get accredited, the paperwork, the wholesale vendors. That's the easy part. State board rules and regulations. Easy part. Anybody can do that. Teaching. Anybody can read the My Lady's book. Because I can't teach worth a lick, and I taught for 20 years and graduated thousands of students. That's the easy part. Let's talk about the hard part. You're going to have to get your mind right. See, it's going to take a different woman. It's going to take a different man to open that school and have faith and not to be scared. Fear, false evidence appearing real. What are you scared of? Are you scared of failure? Well, I'm here to tell you, you're already a failure. Miss Velma told me that 25 years ago when I got ready to open my school. Well, what if I fail, Miss Velma? She said, you're already a failure. What do you mean by that? I got my own shop. I'm working in the shop. I got clients. You're a failure, Chin. What do you mean? If you're going to open that school and you follow my blueprint, but you just happen not to do stuff and you get hard-headed and try to do things your way, and that school shuts down, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to go back to the shop. She said, well, you're a failure. When you got out of prison with no money, no job, that 28-hour bus ride home from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and you was living in that federal halfway house and no one would hire you because you was a convicted cocaine dealer with gun charges, conspiracy to distribute cocaine, ain't in the bed, where did you work? I worked in the shop. You're a failure, Chin. If you go out and chase your dream and you don't succeed, what are you gonna do? I will retreat back to the shop. You're a failure, Chin. That's your bottom. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The shop is somebody's dream. That was your dream 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. It's time to dream bigger. See, the shop is somebody else's top, but the shop is your bottom. You don't want it no more. It's time to go to the next level. And there's nothing wrong with being in the shop if that's where you want to be. But I came to talk to some school owners. Doesn't matter where you are right now. And I'm not talking down on shop owners, salon owners. That's great if that's your dream. But the people on here, we ready to go to the next level. It's great if you want to stay in college and play football and basketball, but I'm talking to the people that want to go to the NBA and the NFL. I'm talking to the people that's ready to change their community. The shop, you're changing them one by one. You own up a school, you impacting the world. You're impacting lives. You're impacting that woman that has all the children, that don't know what she gonna do. You're impacting these students where you're gonna change their lives. It's not about just running this school. No. They say, well, Chin, what was it like 20 years running this? It was ministry. My schools were ministry. It's not a school, the ministry. You're gonna change people's lives. Like Miss Velma changed my life. That woman helped me. God will put people in your life to help you. I didn't have no money. Very little money. That woman let me do a payment plan. And y'all ask me why I let y'all do payment plans. Hell, she gave me a payment plan. She let me put some money down and let me pay each month. Hell, I did over $20 million with a school. They gave me over $20 million. 22 years ago, I started buying real estate, buying houses, all in the region where they re-gentrification, paying $20,000 for houses and $30,000, and I was turning them into halfway houses. People getting out of prison, and everybody was laughing at these houses. They're not laughing now. Re-gentrification came. See, God will multiply you. When God blows on that thing, he will multiply it. If you're doing ministry, God's work, you just be patient. And them houses turn into $600,000, $700,000 houses. Re-gentrification. I didn't know what was going to happen. It was God's ministry. When you do God's work, he will bless you beyond measure. Beyond your thinking, he will bless you. I can't give it up to him more. He will bless you, not just monetarily. Your cup will run over. If y'all don't believe in him, I am telling you, I'm not the smartest person. Hell, I'm probably the dumbest person on here. But if God blesses you and shows you favor, if you help people and you do his work, he will show you favor. I can't explain it. The only thing I can say it was him. I can't explain it. Hell, I just got back this morning from Florida. Just got back. I hadn't even been to sleep. Last night I went to in Orlando, not Disneyland or whatever, someplace, and came home at 4 in the morning at the JW Hotel. And then my flight left at 7 this morning. So I went straight to the airport and was snoring. Because I use a CPAP, but I was snoring in the airport, people getting up and moving. I almost missed my flight. God will bless you beyond measure if you just put your trust in him. You must trust God's provision, though the resources may seem unlikely. I'm telling you, if y'all don't get nothing out of here today, I know y'all came to learn about accreditation, to see what the business plan is, and NACAS and the Department of Education and all the documents, the enrollment agreement, the school catalog, the satisfactory academic progress reports. I know y'all came for all of that. But if you don't get your mind right, if you don't start cutting people off in your life, you don't need no friends. When I cut everybody off, when I got out of prison, I had no friends. None of them were doing anything. They didn't want nothing. I had to cut family members off. And if you tell them your dreams, it's not that they hating on you. It's not that they hating on you. It's not that they don't believe in you. God didn't show them the vision. He didn't show them the dream. He showed you. I don't care if you're married. He probably didn't show your wife. He probably didn't show your husband. He didn't show nobody. God showed you. When he sent the 12 spies over there to survey the land, they didn't see everything. No, they all saw this land, but two of them, Joshua and Caleb, they was looking through the eyes of faith. Everybody else was looking through the eyes of fear. A lot of y'all are looking through the eyes of fear. There are people with less resources, less talent, less gifts. I did this 25 years ago with less gifts, less resources, less talent, no internet, no help, in a racist state, convicted drug felon, on federal parole. If I did it 25 years ago, you all can do it now, but how did I do it? God. I see some Joshuas and Calebs on here. Them other 10 people, they operated in fear. They're gonna die in the wilderness. You're gonna die in the wilderness. You're gonna die behind that chair. You'll never reach your full potential. Never ever, if you don't trust God. It's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all gotta trust him. Quit letting fear hold you back. When Joshua and Caleb came back, there's a land full of milk and honey. The other one said, they're giants and we're grasshoppers. What do you see? That little bitty school I had, raggedy school with it raining, and I had the little red chilling buckets everywhere. They saw that. I saw a big old school with 200 and something students. They didn't see it. See, you got to operate in the eyes of faith. Quit operating in fear and start operating in faith. You got to look in that lens through the spirit world, not the physical. See, a lot of y'all are operating and investing and believing based on this right here, what you see physically. That's not real. If people not thinking you crazy, you're not operating right. You got to operate in a whole nother realm, the spirit realm. My mama thought I was crazy. My brother thought I was crazy. My sister thought I was crazy. My ex-girlfriend thought I was crazy. Hell, she left me. Everybody thought I was crazy. It doesn't matter. See, they looking at you right now. They were looking at a convicted cocaine dealer. They was looking at somebody at the federal halfway house. They was looking at somebody that didn't have no money. They was looking at somebody that lost all this weight from stress. It's about what God's looking at you. And God will put that seed inside of you. And you won't be able to sleep. You're going to toss. You're going to turn. You're going to be pregnant with them possibilities. You're going to be pregnant with that prospect. God is going to put that vision inside of you. He's going to show you the promised land, and you're going to be pregnant with it. And you're going to go through some pains, but you're going to have to birth that baby. Some of you all are aborting the process because of what somebody told you. Some of you all are aborting the process because of what's going on right now. Some of you all are aborting your future of what God wants to do for you. Because what happened back then? You can't let your past dictate your future. If you do, you're going to abort the process. It's not based on resources. It's not based on what you have. It's not based on how smart you are. It's not based on that. I was the least likely to succeed. God is Alpha and Omega from Genesis to Revelation. God cannot lie. He can't lie. He told me I was going to have the biggest school. He told me I was going to have the biggest barber school in the whole United States. He said, I'm going to bless you with 200 and something students beyond your measure. And I told people, and I got them 200. This has been years ago. Tuition was $20,000 way back in the day. When God blows on that thing, and when they see it, see, don't expect them to believe it right now because they don't see it. See, 99% of the people are operating it based on what they see. 1%, they operate in the spirit world by faith. By faith. The size of a mustard seed. You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. No, just a little bit. Just a little size of a mustard. You don't need a lot. It don't matter how you start out. I started with 0 students. Well, you need an instructor. Hell, I'm the instructor. Well, you need a theorist. I'm the theory instructor. Well, you need a missions rep. Hell, I'm the missions rep. Well, you need a janitor. I'm the janitor. You need somebody to clean the toilet. I clean the toilets. You need somebody to answer the phone. I answer the phone. It doesn't matter how you start out. Well, you can't teach. You never taught. Hell, I can read. I can read the My Lady's book. If you can read, you can do anything. Don't let people tell you what you can and cannot do. Don't let people put limits on you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't listen to that fool. You're an eagle. You're not a duck. Eagles don't run for cover. When storms come, eagles spread their wings and fly above and beyond it. Quit listening to what people tell you. Quit listening to a fool. A general does not take orders from a soldier. Quit listening to him. Listen to him. They ain't turned no water to wine. Why you gonna listen to them? They ain't fed no 5,000 people. They hadn't fed them with the fish and a couple of loaves of bread. Why you gonna listen to them? They didn't let the blind see. Quit listening to them. They didn't bring Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego out of the fiery furnace. Quit listening to them. Watch who you listen to. Quit listening to these clowns out here. Quit listening to these broke ninjas. You're gonna let them abort your future. You're gonna let them abort what God has for you. And some of y'all want the cake right now. God has gave you the flour, the sugar, the pan, the stir, the spoon, and you done throw it away. When God gives it to you, it ain't coming in a cake already made. Do you want that forest? All of y'all over here on YouTube, Instagram? No. He's gonna give you a seed. He's gonna give you a seed. A seed. He ain't giving it to you all at once. Y'all want it right now. Paul Mitchell started in the trunk of his car with $700 and a ridiculous, sickening work ethic. It's gonna take work. And now, hell, y'all got all this technology. We didn't have technology back then. Well, how you gonna get? We did guerrilla marketing. We passed out flyers and postcards and business cards. Y'all have the technology. We had the 3-ring binders where we had to retype all that stuff in the blueprint that Miss Belma had. And that ISS, that 200 to 400 page document, we had to retype that. With the technologists, copy and paste. Copy and paste. And some of y'all too lazy to do that. Some of you too lazy to look in your back office. You just lazy. You got to get with the program. You got to get with the program. And if you're not willing to work, I don't want you in this program. I do not want you in this program because I don't need you. I don't need your money. God, he has blessed me way beyond measure. From generations, he's blessed me. This school stuff, hell, I have real estate, of sold multiple houses, subdivisions. That man has blessed me beyond measure. I don't need your money. I do this for you because I know this is a vehicle for a barber, a stylist, a nail tech to make their life better, make their family's life better, their kids' life better. This is a vehicle to take you to higher heights. So we got to start thinking big, y'all. We got to remove fear. What you scared of? What are you scared of? If it don't work, what you gonna do? If it don't work, go back to the shop. That's where you at right now. If you don't do it, you're gonna die behind this chair. That's what you're gonna do. If you don't do it, imagine this is a barber chair. You're gonna die behind this chair working. And when you get old, you're gonna need a rotator cuff change. You're gonna have carpal tunnel or trigger finger. You better than that. The resources that you have, the mindset that you have, the expertise that you have, what are you scared of? I had no expertise. I still have no expertise. Y'all ain't never seen me cut hair. None of y'all have never seen me cut hair. And I've been licensed for 33 years. I have been licensed for 33 years as a barber, and I've been an instructor for 25 years. Since 1998, 24 years. I don't have a skill set, y'all. Can't do no hair. No, and I'm not the smartest person. But you gotta have faith. You can be as smart as all get out and have all the resources, all the skill sets, just like a lot of y'all on here right now, but you're scared. Some of y'all come from a lineage, a family, a history of beauty professionals, and you're scared. Hell, my mom was a school teacher. My dad was a professor. Wasn't no barbering, ain't no barbering, beauty, nails in my blood. Some of y'all, it's in your DNA, it's in your blood, and y'all won't do it. You're scared. And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna die in the wilderness, never reaching your potential. I never forget when my granddaddy and grandmama died. And I went to that funeral. First time I ever rode in a limousine. We sat on the second row in the church. And people walked by and they was looking at the casket. And they were hugging my mom and hugging us. And everybody was crying. And they had their black on. And the preacher got ready to preach. Before he got ready to preach and do the eulogy, the family went up there to the casket before they closed it. And they wept. And we sat back down. And then we went to the graveyard and followed that hearse. And they started lowering the caskets in the ground. And they started throwing the dirt on there with the shovel. And then we had the tombstone. And there's a dash in that tombstone. And there's a date before it. And there's a date after that dash. Those dates are not important. Those dates are not important. That date and the dash and all of that, not important at all. What's important is that dash. What are you gonna do with that dash, Paris? What are you gonna do with that dash, Pierre? What are y'all gonna do with that dash? That's the question. That is the big question. And I'm wondering, what are they gonna say about that dash? I'm just wondering, what they gonna say about that dash? Shaka Cotton, Area, what they gonna say about your dash? Billionaire Skin, Brianna, what they gonna say about that dash? Miss B, what they gonna say about that dash? Dewana, I'm just wondering, James, what they gonna say about that, Mr. Hyde? Jocelyn Hill Jones, what are they gonna say about that dash? Javonda Jones in Fairwell, Pennsylvania, what is that dash gonna read? See, you get to control that dash. Juana, Justine, you can't control that first date and you can't control that last date. What you gonna do, Kay? How you gonna control that? What they gonna say about that dash, Keith White? Lucretia, what is your dash? Lady K, Dr. Lake Quayshawn Lake, what are they gonna say with that dash? Mama's gone on to be with the Lord. You told us about that this year. What they gonna say about your dash? She's looking down on you, Dr. Lake. Miranda, what are they gonna say about that dash? We know what they're gonna say about that dash with you, Michelle Barnes. You opened the school. You took the baton from your mama and you ran the race. And you ran a good race. You fought a good fight. You opened that school and she's looking down on you right now. What they gonna say about that dash? Her mom passed during the process, but did Michelle Barnes give up? No, she didn't. I can't imagine. Can't imagine that. She stayed in the fight. She finished it. I tell you what are they gonna say about that dash? Paris, Trend, that dash. We want to know, what are they gonna say? Pierre Huey in South Carolina? What are they gonna say? We can't control the first date. You can't control the last date, but you can control that dash. Quinta Canada, what are they gonna say? What's your dash gonna read, Regina? Sheila Ivy, you all control that. What is the dash gonna read? Tammy Baldwin, Tanisha, what is the dash gonna read? Top Secret Beauty Spa, Ty Bailey, DMV, what is the dash gonna read? It's just not going to read the 27-piece quick weave. It's just not going to read shop owner. What is that dash going to read? Von Thurman. What is the dash going to read, Keon? We can't control that dash. And our mothers and fathers and grandmamas and granddaddies and aunts and aunties and kids or whatever that's gone on to be with the Lord, they're looking down on us. They're looking down on you. Your mama's looking down on you, Von Thurman. What are you going to do? What you going to do? They're not gone. They're not, Michelle Barnes' mama's not gone. She's just not here physically. In the spirit realm, they're looking down on us. They're watching you. What you going to do? What y'all going to do? It's time to run the race and run hard. Time waits for no one. We don't need to be playing, y'all. When I got out of prison, I hit the ground running. It's time to run. It's time to cut everybody out. No time for drinking, smoking, watching TV and doing. See, I can tell if God is really giving you that vision, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? When I opened my school, I didn't have anything. I was broke in the physical. Didn't have no money. I tapped out. But I knew he was going to provide a way out of no way. I knew that. I knew he was going to provide students. And he don't come when you call on him. See, God gives you 3 answers, and we can handle 2 of them. It's the third one that we can't handle. He'll say yes, and we happy. He'll say no, and we happy. We can handle that. But when he says wait, for those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, mount up with wings like eagles. We know the verse. Sometimes you gotta wait, and it's the waiting period. The waiting period. But I'm telling you, you'll win if you don't quit. You gotta stay focused. The devil is trying to make you lose focus. He's trying to make you lose hope. You'll win if you don't quit. You can't quit. What are you gonna quit for? To go back there? No, ain't no sense in going back. It ain't no sense in looking back. The people at Sodom and Gomorrah, we know it, they didn't go back. They looked back. Ain't no sense in looking back. They turned to stone. You got to put them blinders on and keep moving forward like that horse in the race. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Don't look to the left. I'm telling you, my left is y'all's right. My right is y'all's left on this screen. Don't look over it. Don't even look back. You stay face forward. Connect with people that feed you and not feed on you. Connect with people that feed you and not feed on you. It's time to get rid of the vampires. The vampires are going to suck the blood out of you. You're on a mission from God. When God gives you a mission, a vision, I'm telling you, you're going to have to cut the vampires off. Get rid of the vampires. Get away from the vampires. They will suck the blood out of you. You're going to have to start saying no. No. I'm on assignment from God. When Nehemiah was building the wall, he did not have time to help this person, help that person, loan them this, loan them that. He had to build the wall. When God gives you that vision, you're going to have to stay focused. Some of y'all been helping all these other people. You've been helping all your family members, but you have not been helping yourself. You're like a Doman picture that just gave birth to all these little puppies, and you just laying there, and they just sucking on your breast, and they just sucking the life out of you, and that Doman picture just laid like that. It's time for you to cut them off. If you just take a year, if you just take a couple of years for yourself, if you take a couple of years for yourself and stop trying to bring everybody with you, everybody that starts out with you is not going to end up with you. You get to the top. If you don't do it, Who gonna do it in your family? Your brother ain't gonna do it. Your sister not gonna do it. Mama can't do it. Mama done got too old. It's gonna take some energy. It's gonna take some energy to run this marathon. It ain't a sprint, it's a marathon. Your aunt not gonna do it. Your uncle's not gonna do it. Ain't nobody gonna do it in the family but you. I don't care if you was the black sheep. God called you to do it, to bring the family out of darkness, to bring the family out of poverty. If you don't do it, it's not gonna happen. He called you. Are you gonna take it? Are you gonna take the baton and run the race? He has called you, and you know he's called you, and you know who I'm talking about. If you don't do it, it's not gonna get done. You're gonna have to lead. It's not about your leaders. Your leaders, you're gonna have to lead by example. You're gonna have to dive off in there. Let them be scared and stay on the shore. Dive on in there. God will give you the resources. Dive on in there. Well, there's alligators in there. God told me to do it. See, if he told you, he's gonna make a way. Dive on in there. Well, you're a convicted felon. Dive on in there. You're on federal parole. Dive on in there. You're done. Dive on in there. You don't know your biological dad. He left when you was 3 years old. Well, your mama left him because he was a Nigerian, and your mama found out he had a wife back in Africa, so she left him. Dive on in there. You don't have the money. Dive on in there. You don't have the knowledge. Dive on in there. You can't do hair. Dive on in there. You do what you can do. He'll take care of the rest. He will take care of the rest. What are you gonna do? What's your excuse? See, the easy part is the paperwork. That's the easy part. The easy part is the paperwork. The hardest part for me is to get in your head for you to believe in yourself. Hell, I believe more in y'all than you do in yourself. I'm working harder than you all, and I don't even have to do it. I've already made my money. I done seen the promised land. I've been there. Like Martin Luther King, I've been to the mountaintop. I know what it's like. I've had a taste of it. And you all have tasted it through the lens and vicariously through other people. I'm not the only one that did it. No, it's hundreds and hundreds of other people. And y'all sit there day in and day out in years and just look. I've been looking at you for 2 years. I've been watching you for a year. Well, hell, it's something I'm not doing right. What do I do? Do I have to stand on my, what am I gonna have to do? Am I gonna have to stand on my head and spit wooden nickels to make y'all wanna do this? I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. What am I gonna have to do to convince you for you to believe in yourself? You see the testimonials? Hell, you seen my story. That's not no Adobe photo shoot or Canva that I was in prison or my sister was in prison. Hell, I've been in this house for probably 15 years, this mansion. So you know it's not an Airbnb. Hell, Airbnb just came out a couple of years ago. What? I know y'all black people, most of y'all, and I have to show y'all money and show you receipts and show you the lifestyle. You've seen that. So what do I have to do? You see people in Mississippi, Florida, Texas, Guam, Alaska, Hawaii, California, Michigan, Indiana, Tennessee, all over. I don't know what I gotta do. How long are y'all just gonna keep looking? You can't look at someone eat and you get full. Quit looking at the reality shows. No, I don't want to sit there and watch reality shows with them being in a mansion. Hell, I want to get my own. I don't want to just sit back and watch them shop and eat good and live good and take care of their kids. No, I might not get 100 suits, but you best believe I'm gonna get 1 or 2 of them. I might have didn't make $1 million a month like Miss Velma was getting from the government, but I bet you I was gonna get a little bit of that money. I bet you I was gonna get 100,000 or 200,000 a month or 400,000 a month. Cause I might not got 100 million or a couple of 100 million like her, but hell, I got 20 of them. Got 20 of them M's and more than that from real estate. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's in you. You have the resources. You have the community. You have the support. Every week I come on here. Every week. Every day. Not every week. Hell, every day I'm on here. I don't know what it's gonna take. We've been on here an hour. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna do the easy part. I'm gonna show you the little documents. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the business plan. I'm gonna show you the wholesale business and checklist. I'm gonna show you what you need to submit to state board, depending on what state you're in. I'm gonna show you the catalog, the enrollment agreement, the pre-orientation receipt, the orientation checklist, the satisfactory academic progress report, the advisory committee surveys, the current student surveys, employer graduate surveys. I'm going to show you all of that stuff. I'm going to show you about accreditation, how you can see what schools are accredited in your area. I'm going to show y'all all of that, about the financial aid, how much money you going to get for Pell Grant, for sub and unsub. I'm gonna share with you how to move beyond the chair and open your school and not lose a client. I'm gonna share all of that with you. That's the easy part. And then what? And then what you gonna do? When I share all this stuff with you, then what you gonna do? That's the question. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna go back to the shop? Go back to continue doing what you're doing? Is that what you're gonna do? Are you gonna throw away the whole forest? Are you gonna throw away your future, your legacy? Are you gonna let your parents down? Are you gonna let your ex down? You don't even need to let your ex down. You need to be doing this for your ex too. That ex that divorced, that left you or whatever, success is the best revenge. What are you doing this for? So we're gonna get on with this program. I'm gonna stop this recording. I'm gonna put this one on YouTube.